I'm after that bad life. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. I walk a bit down like come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. I'm stroking your girl like come here, come here, come here, come. I'm telling her my life. Come here, 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 come here. She said it is hard to say I love you. Don't stop playing 'cause you never did. Although I showed you a life of luxury, give you my heart, I just never did. They say it's a problem when you getting money. I got a problem with being broke. Shawty say, Uno, acting funny. Get you a mirror, you see the joke. I'm like been rocking this first time. I get my culture real hope. This ain't vanilla, this chocolate, baby. No remix, this pure dope. Call me a pastor on first Sunday. Watch how I step on these niggas' toes. Most of these niggas is crash dummies. No work ethic, got no code. Got no more, got no goals. But ready to die by the free code. Shit, I'm earning my wins, going hard in the paint. Don't give me no free throws. 2 double shots at the Quavo. Rims offset when I pull up. Hit the vent gas when I take off. Slap high five with my amigos. I'm into that bad life. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. I walk a bit down like come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. I'm stroking your girl like come here, come here, come here, come. I'm telling her my life. Come here, come here, come here. That's my shit. Come here, come here. One other one. Come here, come here, let go. Pay me in paper, blast, took a man to the bag. I'm stretching it out like it's glad. The hood graded when it's 3rd and 10. You know I get after that sack. If you like 10, we don't count no favors. Don't worry about paying it back. We treat the main thing like a backwood. You know she gon' get past. If you beef, we like the pressure cooker, then get that shit done fast. I'm a syringe full up of penicillin. I get off in your ass. Boy, I ain't one of your mama little children. Better respect me like your dad. If you don't, I got a present for your white sheet and a toe tag. But little daddy, I don't want no pressure. I just want the cheddar. She gets sour when I leave. I call her my little umbrella. Take the 300 when it's time to slide. My bitch bring the Beretta. Chocolate con when I step. Can nobody do it better? I told y'all boys I'm after that bag like come here. I walk your ass down like come here, little nigga. I get in your girl like come here, come here. I'm taking what's mine like come here. Oh no, the one. Ma, purple rain. I'm after that bag like come here, 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 come here. I walk a bit down like.
Good morning. How y'all feeling? We are alive. We are here at another day. It is Friday, Junior. We almost to the weekend. We've been doing great, great, great. Oh, hold on. I can't be in the dark. I be in the dark every day. I'm a dark type of individual. I like being in the dark. Okay. Now I'm like, now y'all can see me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome to DaOnes Detective Agency, the true crime reaction show. I am your sergeant, the El Capitan, Uno the one, the head detective. I'm currently on probation. We'll talk about that later because we just put people in jail. We don't care about the evidence. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all are tapped in. Before we do anything, we got to let you know where you're at. Before we clock in, we ain't clocked in yet. Right now, we just kicking it at the water.
Welcome to work, detectives. It's time to start another day. Warm up with your friends and get yourself together for the case.
So we are at the water cooler. How did y'all sleep last night? You got some rest? Your boy been up. I'm on an all night flight. I actually got probably about 40 minutes of sleep right here in this chair. I got about 40 minutes of sleep. I was working. I was tweaking on the shows. I'm getting ready to bring Talking Wild back. I was trying to do some edits on y'all messing with it. Make sure y'all tap into my boy, my nephew, my goddamn dog, Tay White. He is the host of the dopest video reaction show on the internet. That's y'all messing with it. Make sure y'all spin by, hit the subscription button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That's Tay White, TAE, the color white. Look it up on YouTube, Flash Mob Tay, on Facebook. You know, today is Friday Junior, so one day before band camp. Make sure y'all tap in with my girl Modest Moments, because tomorrow at 6 Central, guess what we have? Fan count. Tomorrow at 6 Central. We tapped in with my girl Modest Moments. She gonna give us a good rundown, a good testimony of the journey she had to take to become the person she is walking with God in her journey. So make sure you tap in tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central. It ain't a regular testimony. It's a real testimony that you can gravitate to. I hope y'all had fun last night. Uno does the internet. If you didn't see last night's episode of Uno does the internet, boy, you missed a doozy. And I'm not gonna lie to you. We talked about Brian McKnight and how he treat them children. That boy a dog. You got to go look at it. We talked about Ray J and Whitney Houston and the untold truth of how Ray J crashed out after that night of him being having speculations of him maybe giving Whitney some bad dope. We also talked about Stevie Wonder and his 9 kids and him out here giving folk herpes and whatnot. And we also talked about the messy, messy, messy journey of Pastor Jamal Bryant. If you missed, you got to go get the replay. If you like, dang, how did I miss all that action? Don't worry. Uno Does the Internet comes back on tonight, 9:05. You better be there this time. Don't miss it. Y'all, we are tapped in. We are locked in. We are rocking and rolling. You always say, Uno, man, what y'all got going? Me and Tay, we got our hand in everything. And one thing that Tay brought to life is his clothing line. You see it here, highwaycollection.com. If you spend by the highwaycollection.com, HWYcollection.com, use the discount code UNO, you will receive a discount. You was like, Uno, what are you talking about? I'm glad you said that. Because I can actually show you better than I can tell you. Let's pay these.
Hey, G, this shit hard. Fuck, nigga.
Steve-O go crazy. She said she like my lingo, like the way I talk. She like a nigga style, the way I put it on. And she can tell a nigga pay, don't have to show it off. But she can tell by all these sticks that I'm a fucking boss. She love the way I smell, she love a nigga fragrant. She see the way I hustle, love the way I take risks. She peeping how I move, she see I taught her game. Uno the one she had a real, she can't fuck with mine. Before I fell off from the wrench, I had the wrench, that mean I'm dressing well. Barbies all around me with toy bodies like they from a tale. For those who try to infiltrate, I feel sorry for you infidels. You used to be the shit, but took a dip like Caitlin's rookie year. These women that you chasing, crave my presence, we are not the same. Heavy like I'm roll call. Hurry up, detectives, it's time to work.
It is time to work, detectives. We are rocking and rolling. I hope you guys are ready. Let's see who's in the comments already locked in, clocked in, and ready to rock it. We finna see what's going down right now. Hold on, let me switch over here. We had the roll call. I hope y'all ready to get this underway. Y'all, today we got the case of the zombie apocalypse. That's all I'm gonna say. I've been up. You're gonna see a few new tweaks on the show. I've been up all night tweaking, getting the show better, making it more interactive, making it more entertaining for you. If you see one of your detective homeboys or homegirls that's not here, maybe just share the live to them. Say, the case about to start. We just left the water cooler. You take a roll now. You better come on and clock in and get paid. You better come on. Make sure you hit that like button so you can get your check as well. But let's see who in the building on the roll call Thursday. I'm feeling good. It's Thankful Thursday. Let me know what you're thankful for in the comments. Me, I'm thankful for the growth that I've shown in the area of patience. Because I used to want things when I wanted it, how I wanted it, at the very moment that I wanted it. And that's for me in my life. Like, oh, I feel like I deserve this, and I ain't get it right now. So I'm gonna work hard, extra hard to try to get it. And I'm trying to get it right now. Instead of having a plan, I was just out here grinding hard with no plan, with no purpose, no vision. So I was really out here just spinning my wheels and wasting my time. Anytime you try to get something done, if you ain't got no plan or no vision, bro, that shit gonna fall apart. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work at all. So I just wanted to drop that little tidbit on you. You know what I'm saying? While we in the water cooler doing the roll call. My girl Muff in the building. Good morning, Detective Muffin. She said, "Good morning, family." Hey, Bookie. Hey, it's my girl Sandra. Hey, Sandra. I'm glad you can tap in. It's good to see another pretty face in the place. You are locked in with the best reaction show, best true crime reaction show in the morning that you got. This is the DaOnes Detective Agency, and I'm your captain. Uno the one, Jenny, only son, the hard-headed one too. And I got my detective in the building, Detective Sharon. Sharon, hey Bookie. Good morning. I hope you feeling good. Hey, I got my side piece detective. And you know, every detective got a good side piece. Got my girl Booby in the building. Booby is in the building. Happy Juneteenth. It is our day of freedom. You know, we finna act the fool. Put some barbecue on the grill. Get you some of these baked beans and tater salad and macaroni. Y'all invite me, bro. Invite me to the cookout. But y'all know I don't eat none of that flesh, so don't be asking me, do you want a piece of chicken? No, I want none of that shit. Okay? Hey, my boy in the building, Detective Earl Lee. My boy, you can call him Darius used to steal Willis. But hey, that I call him my bro, but you can call him Detective Willis. What's up, big dog? Hope everything good your way. I hope you feeling good in the hood. Okay, let's see. Let me move on now. My internet acting a fool this morning. It acting real goddamn on flaky on me. Feeling good, make a red velvet cake. Hey, let your boy get a cake, a red velvet little cupcake or something. I'm thankful for my life and health. People really be taking this thing called life for granted. Absolutely, mother. Hey, look like we had a roll call, y'all. We done tapped in. Today we got the case of the zombie apocalypse. The zombie apocalypse. That's what we doing today. A zombie apocalypse. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I ain't with it. Let's get into it, man. Let's go ahead and start this case up. Case of the zombie apocalypse. When we come back.
Here this morning, police are looking for a
The
suspect
only detective agency capable of handling these grotesque and obscene cases.
Four masked men get out and
Look
run
no
for the store
further
with
than the
guns.
DaOnes Detective Agency, where evidence does not matter. We lock you up and figure it out later.
Hey, what's up?
DaOnes Detective Agency, with your captain, Uno the One.
We back. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to get into this case? I'm ready to get into this case, so let's do this.
At a residence in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Little did they know they were walking into the home of someone so obsessed with zombies that they not only believed they were real, but he and his son were actually preparing for the zombie apocalypse. What police found inside the
The
house was
zombie
more horrific and
apocalypse.
bizarre than they could have ever imagined.
We live on IG right now.
Blood trail along this hallway leads into this room.
There's a lot of weird people.
Okay.
That mug says this is my zombie killing mug.
Oh, y'all acting up this morning now. Y'all ain't got to do me like that.
I do not have to do anything sexual. That is a point where
You believe in the zombie apocalypse? You believe that's going to happen? Probably.
When police arrived at the house, they discovered that the 911 call reporting the shooting had been placed by the 14-year-old. They found him waiting outside.
Take your phone.
Got some blood on him right there.
Can we figure out what's going on, bud? Okay.
Yeah, they put. I
As
would put his
police will
ass in
soon
cuffs
find
too.
out, the story about how he came to be covered in blood is even
Yeah. Are we putting Brad in cuffs right now? I want to put him in some handcuffs. Yeah, I want to put him in handcuffs. I'm glad they put his little 14-year tail in handcuffs too. Like, look at these weapons that this man got. I'm yeah, yeah. That's exactly what I'm looking like. Internet's acting a fool, bro.
more twisted than they ever could have imagined. For everyone's safety, deputies still need to secure the house and verify if there's anyone else inside the home. What they discover is nothing short of haunting. The following footage has never been seen before.
I've got blood footprints on the ground in there.
Before we go in, just in there.
Coeur d'Alene police, come out with your hands up! I got sight in the kitchen. Clear all the way to the window. He said the gun's on the
See how
counter
y'all
right there
doing me?
on the left.
Okay.
Yes, I like grilled tofu. Make it. It gotta be firm though.
Yes.
Copy.
Extra firm for real.
Yes, she sees this window. Copy, I'm going behind you.
Somebody back there.
Now you can't even eat at the cookout. Black folk put meat in everything except the potato salad.
I'll hold this on the
And
right.
they put
If you go
meat
through
in
the
that
left.
too. And you know y'all want to put them little goddamn petite shrimp in there.
Coeur d'Alene police,
I
come
want to put something in there.
with your hands up.
Small room. Clear.
Clear. I'm going to pull this blanket. You guys get a visual on this guy, okay?
Boy, I got that
Show me your
pistol right
hands.
there.
Got it. Got one male. Looks deceased.
There's a second.
Second.
Juvenile.
Okay.
Appears to be deceased as well. I'm going to pie him.
Put shrimp
got it.
in it.
I don't see anybody in the bathroom. There's still a shower back there.
Trail. Good morning. Good morning.
Okay.
Thank you for being
You
here.
want me to go through and clear? I can go through and clear if you want. I'm going to go through and clear that bathroom.
Okay, go ahead.
Boo. I see
Bathroom's clear.
salad. I put that Tony Gatcheries on that. Yo.
And leg. I got door here. I'm going to check. Coeur d'Alene police, come out with your hands up.
He didn't sound too convincing. Coeur d'Alene police, come on. Come on out here, bro. He sounded a little nervous. I'd be nervous if I'm on the case of some zombies.
Small room clear. Absolutely. I'm going to check for pulse in the dad.
Okay, go ahead.
Still warm.
Damn, he just did that, man.
I can't feel it.
We ain't got to. They did it
Yep.
already. He locked up.
Yeah, checking wrist. I can't tell if it's my heart racing or his.
I'll grab you one last one, guys. Okay.
Come, bring him in. Bring him in. I got a slight pulse. I can't tell if it's mine or his.
Are you sure?
Boy, nervous. That's
No.
real.
I can't tell if it's my heart racing or his.
Lock 'em up.
It's slight though, whatever it is.
You okay back there? Yeah, sure.
The cuff on my hand, it kind of hurts a little.
Okay. You try and scoot your butt forward just a little bit and get your hand a little bit more room.
It appears that there's no one else in the house, save for not one, but two bodies they find in one of the bedrooms. Both are deceased, and it becomes apparent rather quickly that what happened here is much more complicated than a shooting. A variety of weapons are found strewn about the house, and blood snakes its way through the hallway, the living room, bathroom, and bedrooms.
Looks like he shot his dad.
This man legitimately thought, how you and your daddy, how does you and your father start this zombie apocalypse thing, and then you end up killing him? Y'all know what we got to do. Y'all know what we got to do.
Detective, in my office. Now.
Y'all, how he shoot his daddy, and his daddy was teaching him about those zombie apocalypse. I think that was a ploy just to kill his daddy. He wanted to just shoot his damn daddy. Wasn't no damn zombie apocalypse. But he was off a little bit. Daddy had him doing this. He done flipped out. He done got locked on. Daddy was just doing it as a preparation. You know how they have the apocalypse type bunkers and the people that's thinking that the world finna end tomorrow. He probably was one of them. And little son done took it a step further and a step beyond. That boy been watching too much goddamn 28 Days Later, man. Straight up. Internet acting a little crazy today, so video finna start. This weather been trashy. There we go.
His brother with a machete.
Even more disturbing, the juvenile found dead looks to have been the target of a large machete found on the kitchen floor. Outside, deputies prepare to take the surviving boy for questioning.
We're going to go right this way, pal. Okay?
I don't know if he's been searched or anything, so.
Okay.
What up, Big? That boy
Just
Big
face
in
it
the
down.
building, man. I don't know how the
feet.
internet is tripping real big today.
Before we put him in, I want to take photos of him.
Yep.
Just stay there, bud. What's this in your pocket?
Keys.
Keys to what?
Locker at school.
The locker at school?
And my locker to my school.
You said your name's Elvin?
Elvin.
Elvin with an E?
Elvin.
Yeah.
Not Elvin.
Okay. I want to grab my camera.
That boy listening
Go
to
and open your
Iron
hands
Maiden
for
in
me.
school. So what we gonna put the music? We trying to say the rock and roll music is what did it? I ain't gonna agree with that now. That's the same thing as saying rap music did this.
Let's go ahead and switch out his cuffs.
You want to go behind the car right there? That'll block us.
Well, I'm going to switch out his cuffs. Just stay where you are. Did I tell you to move?
This one, you gotta take off the cuffs.
I didn't tell you to move, though. Okay, I'll tell you to do something before you do it, all right? Elvin, I want you to look at that dial 911. Quit moving around. Stop moving.
Elvin, stop moving.
Do you understand what I mean by stop moving? Okay? Stop moving. Okay, Elvin, we're going to get in the back of this.
The man name is Eldon. You keep
Go
calling
ahead.
him Elvin.
Turn around. Sit, slide in. That's good enough. All right, I'll meet you.
Just because I did something, but don't be playing with me like that.
The crime scene has piqued the interest of neighbors, who police start to gather information from.
So, explain to me the circumstances of this being a St. Vincent's home. Is this like a halfway house or? Okay, so what's going on there?
This is an emergency shelter for families.
Emergency shelter. Okay.
Yeah, we just reopened it. He was renting it.
And who's he?
Eldon Samuels.
Okay.
He's the father.
And how many kids did he have in the home?
2.
Okay. Do you know their names?
Yes, Jonathan and Eldon. His one son is autistic.
Which one's that?
Jonathan.
Jonathan's autistic.
They killed Jonathan.
The boy now in the back of the police cruiser is Eldon Samuel III. The two dead males inside are his father, Eldon Samuel Jr., who we will refer to as Junior, and Eldon's younger brother, Jonathan Samuel. The family moved to Coeur d'Alene from California the summer prior and lived in the emergency shelter home.
Hey, Eldon?
Yeah?
Is anybody in that trailer?
No? Not but
No?
probably not.
Your dad was in there earlier. Do you know what he was doing?
No?
No?
No, I don't really think there's anybody in there.
How come the heater's on in there?
The heater's not in there? Someone's probably in it.
All right, stay put until I tell you to step out.
This internet is pissing me off.
Such a rush. What's that? What's such a rush?
How old's your brother?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. 13, it sounds like, from Wilhelm.
Though Eldon is apparently unsure, his younger brother Jonathan is in fact 13.
All right, just stand right here for a minute. Your last name Samuels? Last name is Samuels?
Yeah. I'm thinking of changing it.
Yeah. What's your middle name?
Gail?
Gail?
Okay.
G-A?
G-A-B. Yeah.
It seems weird.
Sure.
Cohen.
It's cool, man.
Thanks. How old are you?
Okay.
Detectives photograph Eldon and take his blood-stained clothes for evidence.
You still doing that? Yeah, I'm just a bit nervous. Nervous? Yeah. Why are you nervous? Because the cops are here? No. Okay. We can talk about that if you want later.
Eldon is questioned about the incident that has just occurred in this never-before-seen interrogation footage. The following footage has been analyzed by a qualified team, including a licensed professional counselor and a licensed attorney.
Yeah, Eldon, just relax. I'm just here to talk to you a little bit, okay? So you can take a breath. Like what I do. If I have to adjust my leg or take a breath, that's okay. You don't live far from the school, do you? Because I've seen you at school. Do you remember? Talking to me at school? What did we talk about? Handcuffs. The
They
handcuffs.
always tell me
right.
relax. How can I relax in a situation like that?
Handcuffs.
After the detectives make Eldon comfortable, they begin their interview, starting with how he ended up shooting his father.
That boy, Bees, what's up, Bees? I can't wait till the shoot, my boy.
To us right now? You want to talk to me and my boss about what's going on tonight? Right now? Yeah, that's why we're here. You want to talk? Right, where will it stay? Just right here. We'll just chat right here. No, we're just going to chat in this room. No, we're not going to keep you alive. We'll just chat right now. So this is just, because you have the right to talk to me. Like I said, I have the right to talk to you. So this is just saying, having these rights in mind, do you want to talk to me right now? Right now? Yeah. Like how much time? It won't take long.
30 minutes to an hour tops is what I imagine.
Yeah, I got stuff to do. So, do you want to chat? Sure. Okay.
The officer establishes that he and Eldon already know each other. He may have been brought into the interrogation specifically for this reason, as Eldon may feel more comfortable having someone he knows in the room. However, if they have a trusting relationship beforehand, then the suspect may not really understand the adversarial nature of police questioning. You'll notice that the officer he knows is leaned into his personal space, but only while discussing Eldon's rights and his willingness to speak with officers. Invading someone's personal space is a common tactic in police interrogations, as it puts pressure on the other person. In the state of Idaho,
We in Idaho. We ain't been in
police
Idaho.
are generally free to
I think this is the first time.
constitutional provisions that would equally apply to adults in a similar situation. The minor does not have to have someone present to represent their interests prior to questioning, until and unless the minor specifically makes a request for counsel or the presence of a parent or guardian. In that case, an interrogation would have to stop upon the request. However, there are a number of differences for a minor brought into the juvenile system. For example, before a minor may admit to an allegation in court, the presiding judge will have to make a determination as to whether or not the admission is allowed at all.
So do you know why you're in the interview room with us today? Yeah. Okay. Why is that? Murder him. Okay. So explain to me what happened. What do you mean by that?
What's up, Modesty? Modest Moments in the building.
My dad?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Look who done came in the
He's
building.
on his
Hold on, hold on, hold
medication.
on, hold on, hold on.
Okay.
Let's get her together. Let's get her right on together. Miss Modesty.
Detective, in my office. Now.
So, you see me down in that corner. You late. One more late arrival to this job in the middle of this case, and you going on desk duty. Okay? All you're going to be doing is cleaning up the evidence room. Now, luckily, you ain't missing nothing today. You ain't missing a damn thing. Him and his daddy and his brothers, they was preparing for zombies. It was a zombie apocalypse. Somehow, the zombie hunter killed daddy and the brother. I guess he thought they were zombies too. And now we in the interrogation. We only had to use our cuffs one time. They locked up the right dude. Now we finna figure out what happened. You ain't missed too much, man. You ain't missed too much. So I ain't gonna give you desk duty, but one more time, you on desk duty. And the internet acting funny too.
You need some new stupid things.
I'm in a bad mood.
Well, you've done it before. You got mad at me. Remember? I wanted to do something, but I couldn't. Just maybe next time. Did that. He was outside. He was shooting guns out there. Thinking there were zombies. And told me to go back inside. This was your dad? Yeah. Then you told him to go back inside? Okay.
As Zeldin begins his story about his dad shooting at zombies outside, he rubs his forehead and engages in more eye blocking, all which are anxiety responses. However, when he gets to the part of the story about being told to go back inside, he makes very intense eye contact, which is a shift in his behavior so far. He may be watching the officer's reactions to his story closely to see if they're believing him.
We don't believe that shit, bro. Your daddy outside shooting at zombies. You a fool. That boy crazy as hell, man.
Get out. Get out. Told me to get out.
He repeats, he told me to get out 3 times, which may be him trying to solidify that part of the story.
Earl Lee, he came on time today, so he on somebody else's time today about it.
Shit. What? He just started walking towards me. He hit me. He hit me and had the gun out. 45. Okay. He hit me again.
Get on modesty, but
that shot. So who had the 45? You had.
Damn, you shot them folk with a 4.5.
Where did you get it?
That's my gun. That's what I got.
Your dad's where does he keep it?
My handgun.
On his couch. He had it out. Okay.
I got a little 380 I keep in my pocket.
Did you usually load it? Yeah. Let's just back up just a little bit, then we'll get some more details. When your dad hit you, because you were arguing, you said he took medications or you did? Yeah, I said he took medications.
Eldon is drinking a lot of water here, along with sniffing and fidgeting. It's safe to say he is highly anxious. The fight-or-flight response can lead to dry mouth and an engorgement of the nose, which causes itchiness and the need for more oxygen. This would explain the frequent sniffing. All of this is a red flag for markedly heightened anxiety. While he should be a bit anxious in the police station, he and one of the officers seem to already have a rapport, so the fact that his anxiety is this high is like...
You done killed the baby gator. Love. How you do that, Mom? How you kill that baby gator like that? Damn, Mom. You killed the baby cat.
Likely throwing off serious red flags for the interrogators.
He sent you before? He sent you before? Sent me before? Hit strike you? He hit me before? Okay. Was that tonight? Yeah.
The first time he says he's hit me before seems to be a question to clarify what the officer is saying, but the second still seems to have an upward inflection in his tone, which can indicate uncertainty about this allegation of his dad hitting him before. Eldon has also been trying to take time to think about his answer. It's unlikely he didn't actually hear the officer. He's just getting him to repeat questions, so he has time to think about the right answer.
How did he hit you? He just hit me once. With an open hand, closed fist, closed fist. Where did he hit you?
So now it's going from zombie hunting to self-defense.
You can show me.
Dad was abusive.
It's dark. So I know, but where did you feel it? I don't know. Where was it here? On your left side? Yeah, but it's dark. Okay.
Eldon seems to be struggling to find where his dad hit him. Claiming he hit him hard makes it sound as though it may have left a bruise or soreness, but he's basically pointing to all of his left upper body. Another red flag. A truthful individual would have an accurate place to point to. He's also been engaging in a lot of lip compression movements, which once again indicates he's feeling stressed and nervous.
Is that
he
stress
doesn't
or
seem to have
nervousness,
thought
or
this
is that a
story
mental
through at all.
disease, a mental health
This isn't
issue?
surprising since he's a very
think it's a
young
mental health
adolescent. However, it's also noteworthy that Eldon isn't as lying to two detectives in an interrogation room is certainly a bold move. This demonstrates that Eldon may not fear authority like the typical kid would. One of the features of children and teens with serious behavioral issues is
to my room and had the gun out. And he hit me again and just pulled the trigger. And
So now he's saying that his daddy hit him, and he had. So why you killed a brother? What did the little autistic brother do?
Stuff. Okay. So you pulled the trigger? Trigger. Once that one time. Okay. I just shot 3 times. I had it 3 times.
That's what I'm thinking, Sharon. Maybe he tweaked.
It's alright. You're doing good. I know it's a tough deal we're talking about.
Eldon's claim that his father was outside shooting seems to be corroborated by neighbors who heard a gunshot earlier in the evening. That isn't all they had to say either. Some of the neighbors had a few interesting things to say about the strange family next door.
Did you hear something?
A gunshot, or sound like maybe.
Okay, just one?
One sitting around.
About how long ago?
Hour ago, hour and a half ago. There's a lot of weird people.
Okay, okay.
And
they just moved?
You seen them?
5 months, maybe? 4 months? How long have they been here? I would say 6 months. I've had my suspicions that there's been drugs coming out of there.
Okay.
Made complaints. I saw him stand out here today for about 40 minutes, had a conversation with one of the gentlemen in here.
Okay.
Well, they scrapped up them
completely
knives. Them boys got
kind of weird, but he keeps to himself, but he doesn't, I mean, like I said, I have my suspicions there's been something going on.
Right.
To that extent.
When we came home, we just got out of the truck, didn't see. I mean, I don't remember.
That boy do got some good
He came out and was messing with the
Magilla the gorilla feet.
That's right.
Look
Who
like
was?
hands.
The older gentleman with
The dad. And he came out and messed with
I hate
Camper
how it's going in and out. Like,
when do you think? How long before you?
I can't even hear it. I know y'all can hear it because I can see it on my screen. It's still flowing for y'all, but my phone is going in and out. So
no, I'm just gonna
like
pace around out there. I'm just gonna watch him.
And then I saw him.
Comment like, gosh, it just.
He's just weird. Because you wave to him. Like I said, he's never said a word to me. But you wave to him, and he'll just stare at you.
I mean,
it's just always something. There's fights, there's drugs. I've been watching that guy do. I'm pretty sure he's been dealing something out of there for a while. I watched this guy coming out of his house every day. I work from home a lot. Today I work from home all day with this window open.
Right.
I saw him have a, he's a kind of a weird guy. He's kind of creepy. He doesn't ever said a word to us in 6 months he's lived here.
I wave. He doesn't wave. He just stares straight forward at me.
Maybe you don't want to be
His
interacting
chain
with
smokes
y'all.
like you would never believe. And he just stares, or squats and just stares at you, and it's like you feel uncomfortable, like you're in a fishbowl.
So what's the deal with Dad? I mean, you mentioned coming out. I mean, he's medical calls or something.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what happens, but when he first moved in about,
he's too, Leonardo.
Here about 6 months, weeks. There was a handful of ambulances, cops out here, and they were bringing somebody out on a stretcher, and like he was, maybe he was sick or something, but it was just, and then it became often, and I don't know if there was, like I said, I don't know if there was fighting going on, whatever those reasons were, and I'm not even positive 100% if it was the dad every time. It might have been that older son, or it might have been the younger one.
Notably, he uses the phrase, like I said, frequently. This is something called a referral statement.
If his brother was highly autistic, he got to have a touch of it too. That may be the quirkiness, and all of those weird movements he's making. I agree with you, Booby. That's why I was saying it's something, just not, I don't think it's drug. It's not a drug tweak. It might be a combination of a drug tweak and a mental health order. Or it may be this dude is off his mental health medications and he tweaking out. So I don't know. It just didn't look like the drug tweak old boy that put the broomstick or the chair stick up his son booty. It ain't look like that tweak. You know what I'm saying? This look a little different. Hey, we got my boy Vyoshi in the building. Big salute to Vyoshi, bro. I hope everything good your way, man. I know you was dealing with a little grief, man. A lot of grief for the matriarch. But I hope everything is starting to roll forward. You ain't going to be able to, heal tomorrow. So just let me know if you need me, bro. If you need a listening ear or anything, man, just hit me up, bro. I'm glad to see you in the building, bro. We're just talking about a zombie killer.
Statement, which is often used to bolster a statement. Though it's usually associated with someone lying, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's lying here, and instead could be an indication of how uncomfortable or upset he may be by the situation, which would be understandable.
If you think of anything, don't hesitate to call, leave me a message. I'll get right back with you.
Sounds good.
So,
any idea? I don't want my kids to see this. In the morning, she's freaked out really bad.
Okay.
I don't want my kids to see this.
If there was life-saving efforts that needed to happen, it would have happened immediately. If there's something else going on, we have to wait. We want to make sure we do it right. So we will be here through the night.
Back in the interrogation room, Eldon explains what happened next after he shot his father.
He was crawling. He's crawling to John.
Damn, his daddy was crawling. Trying to get
John,
away.
Brother. Your brother's John? Is it John or Jonathan? John. You call him John now? John. Jonathan.
Why was that important?
Go ahead, I'm sorry. I'm going to call him
sorry.
Okay. But he's crawling to us, John. Next, so we're, he was under the bed. Who's better? Whose bedroom? John's bedroom. So he has his own bedroom, and he was under the bed? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you know he was under the bed? You went in there until John could get out. You wouldn't get out. Get out of the room?
Interestingly, Eldon is rubbing the back of his neck here, which may be an unconscious attempt to bring down his heart rate, as rubbing the vagus nerve can slow an anxious heartbeat.
I don't think that's the case, brother.
Dad was there. He was like right there. I just wanted him to help. Then whatever. And I started taking apart the cushions. She did him a lot. Tried to grab him out. Like with your hands? Yeah. Okay. And what did he say to him? I'm gonna get out of there. Okay. And what did he do? He didn't want to go. That's all right. You're doing good. What happened after that? Can't really remember. So he's about your size. I mean, he's not too small. And I know that he doesn't like, he's got some issues with space, some spatial issues. I know that he doesn't. It took me a while for him to like me and talk to me, so I was good with it. So I'm sure if he was upset or if you're yelling at him, I can see how he might act, but I don't know how he acted tonight. So I need you to tell me.
The detectives propose an alternative theory here in the hopes that Eldon will admit to something, especially if they make it seem more acceptable. They seem to be saying that his brother may have acted out, which would give Eldon some kind of excuse for what he did. Eldon knows he can claim his dad him as an excuse, but explaining viciously murdering his brother is another story entirely.
So you told him to get out. Yeah. Told him to get out. So, was your dad still crawling towards him? Yeah. Okay. That was before I shot him 3 times in the head.
That was before I shot him 3 times in the head. God
so
damn.
He started crawling, told him to get out.
Yeah, dang. 3 times in the head and that boy dead?
He was holding the shotgun. Who was? Dad. Okay. And he had it loaded and everything. And he just started pointing at John. Just tried and shot him. So who shot him?
You know what's so crazy? His daddy probably taught him how to shoot a gun.
Was the shotgun?
His daddy taught him how to shoot.
How many times? I just heard like 2 times. You started 2 times? Yeah, okay. 1 time though.
Eldon has sounded a bit unsure throughout the interview so far. But here, he sounds even more uncertain, and there's an upward inflection in his voice. As he goes to show 2 fingers, he can't quite get his body to cooperate, and it's a weak hand motion. He immediately returns back to self-soothing rubbing on his leg above his knee.
Okay, what do you mean? What is it? To you, what does it sound like? You said you heard it. It's like a boom, a pop, Did you see it? No. And you were all in John's room?
Biggs! Okay. That's what I was supposed to do.
And I'm sorry, man. It's that sometimes I'm a little slow, so I'm just kind of losing track of where everybody was.
That's what I was supposed to do. That was one of the edits. That's exactly what I forgot, bro. I'm gonna have that. We're gonna be right. We're gonna be right. Yeah, I got to go get my grandkids this weekend, so we're gonna be right.
So your dad, you said that you shot him in the stomach one time. Right? Then he crawled away. Okay, then he crawled away.
Once again, Eldon covers his mouth after saying he crawled away. This part may not be a lie necessarily, but there could be something he's intentionally leaving out in this part of the story.
Johnson, okay, so now I'm back with you. So if you don't mind, pick up from right there. So your dad was shot in the belly, and he crawled up to John's bedroom. And where are you? I was going to go over here. Where are you? We're in the house, because I'm not familiar with your house. I was just standing there. Where? Like, standing in the living room. Okay, perfect. Thank you. That's what I was missing. I didn't know. You know, if I'm not there, I'm not sure who's where. And so your dad's crawling? Yeah. And you're just standing.
Where you should have thrown that boy out of there.
Yeah. Like, what do I do?
Yeah, he coming down. I think it's a combo, like we said, you know, like we talked about earlier. I think it's a combination of both.
Shot. Okay. So when your dad was crawling to John, did he have the shotgun? Yeah. Where did he get the shotgun? He's wearing a vest. He tried to shoot me, but he's stuck.
I'm gonna have that tomorrow.
Pull the trigger. And he shot John in the leg. Okay. Did you see that? No.
While rubbing his head, Eldon has started doing something odd with his feet. He brings his foot forward and tucks the toes under while clenching them. It's almost like his feet are taking the place of his hands for anxiety displays, since he seems to be working at not using his hands too much. We don't get to see this often since most people's feet are usually covered,
shoes, yeah.
but feet can still indicate how people feel. We learn to lie with our words and to a certain extent with our face and hands as we're growing up. These are the tells we're used to looking for, but most people never focus on the feet.
Detective,
Additionally,
in my
it would be
office.
extremely difficult to concentrate on the right words, facial expression.
Why is this man out here with his shoes off? Be in my office, man. Talk to me, bro. That man's feet look like hands. It don't look like this. That's what that man look like. Ladies, do men feet matter during intimacy? I take my shoes off and be like, y'all can see I got my socks off right now. Y'all can see my feet. See, they're not too bad. They're not too bad. I can't flip them around and show you my toes. I go get my toes done because I don't want to be like that. I don't want y'all to be like, I only wear size 11. I don't have no big feet. You know what I'm saying? My mama had me at 13 when I was younger, but she talking about I grow in them. I never grew in them, but hey, we was in 13s. But do feet matter during intimacy? Y'all let me know. I know I'm off. I had to bring y'all in the office. I ain't want to get no damn HR referral again. I just wanted to talk to y'all, have a little private talk, man.
Hand movements and feet movements. That's just a huge cognitive load on an individual.
How do you know John shot my leg? Because he yelled out my leg. Okay.
Oh, hell, boy!
So I went outside.
No, modestly, he said he was crawling. That's before I shot him 3 times in the head. He said after that shit was over with.
John or your dad? John. Okay. How do you know it was John? Daddy, stop talking. Okay.
Yeah.
My dad coming.
No, I'm with you, Leonetta. I agree. It's a combination. I'm with you. It's a combo.
Sure, stabbing stuff. John? I can't remember. That's all right. It's better that instead of trying to think what happened or making something up, it's always better to be honest. And that goes for you and me both. And so if you don't remember, it's okay to say I don't remember. And we can work with that. We'll talk you through it. And so if you don't remember, you don't remember. You know what I mean?
Ladies.
But at the same time, if you do remember,
don't act like that.
You need to tell us that. Okay? And I understand.
You talking about feet and dicks? That's a lie.
You just went through something pretty difficult, okay? I get that. But at the same time, it just happened. Okay? So I'm hopeful that you'll remember exactly what happened. So we have a better understanding of what occurred, what led up to this, things like that. Okay? So, because right now you're saying some things and I kind of understand, but it feels like there's some pieces missing. Follow me? Okay?
So I make sure I pay to get them done.
Sure we fill in those blanks. So
let's get back to the case, though. Let's get back to the case.
I think you said you went outside so you didn't have to hear anymore? Yeah. What did you want to hear? All of it. I want to hear all of it. You want to hear gunshots? You don't want to hear your brother screaming? Okay, so at what point do you go back inside the house? I just walked in.
Y'all just worse than me, bud.
After
y'all supposed to be leading me to a better, but y'all just turning corrupt like me.
Walked inside the house. I just legit. Yeah, killed him. Your dad killed your brother? Yeah. You just with that shotgun? Oh, yeah. Machete. Full machete. So, had a lot of hides and stuff on him. And your dad did this even though he was shot? Yeah, he was shot. He probably thought it was me. That John. Probably thought John shot him. because he took that medication.
Oh, so John was on some medication.
I don't know what happened. What did you see your dad do to Jonathan exactly with that machete? What you saw? I don't see. He's just having it.
I'm with the ladies about feet matters. Don't bring unkempt feet in my bed.
Was Jonathan still alive when you took the machete from your dad?
Nasty little Scorpio. Y'all be the ooh, the nasty.
I just saw what he did.
I don't want my
Was he making noise?
Like feet. I just do that, to add a little razzle dazzle.
Wasn't moving. Okay. Took the machete. I got the 45.
He gonna put them toes in Cheryl's feet. He gonna come back with a nub. He gonna be like this for now.
He's gonna kill me. So, I shot him.
Eldon doesn't quite seem to grasp the gravity of the situation and makes some interesting requests. Whether this is done in pure naivety or because of something darker remains to be seen.
So where am I gonna live? We'll work on that, okay? Just hang tight. Let's get you some.
You gonna live at jail?
We'll work on it. Yeah, that's a great question, all right? Can I go back my house and get my stuff? We'll work on some other things, okay? We'll just chat for a little while on your call. What do you need from now? You sound like me now. Your Xbox GTA 5. And probably your gloves, now that I mentioned it, huh? Yeah, that's my bad. What GTA 5 was that? GTA 5? It's a credit from that video game. What about my mom? Where's your mom? California. She's in California right now? Yeah.
These boys say, can I go back and get my PlayStation? I done killed my daddy and my brother, but I just want to go back. I'm going to live now. My mama, go to my mama. No, bitch, you going to prison. You going to jail. You're going there for a good while. Yeah. You're going to be there for a minute, bro. You're going to be there for a good minute, bro.
Okay. Let's see her. Yeah. Let's see her. I can get a hold of her. Yeah. We'll make sure that we get a hold of your mom, though. What do you think she's going to say about what happened tonight?
Eldon's mother, Tina, still lives in California. She and Junior separated after a tumultuous marriage marred by financial hardship, drug use, and alleged.
My mom said he did bad things to her. Who did? Dad. I did. What kind of bad things did he do to her? Like, did you just hear things or do you know things?
In addition, more mouth covering and facial rubbing here. He's got his foot up in a barrier position now, blocking both the detectives.
My dad was driving fast. Mom wanted to get out, so she opened the door, and Dad ran her over. Oh, man. Yeah. So, that doesn't sound good for anybody. So she had to go to the hospital, and it's one of them. Sorry. It's one of those things. So there's a lot of things. Yeah.
This is an indication that Eldon may have held an immense grudge against his father for what his father allegedly did to his mother.
Yeah.
Eldon began crying for what seemed like the first time in the interrogation,
that's what he looked like to me. This ain't about no
wanting
damn.
to see his mother. Eldon would later tell a psychiatrist that he witnessed alleged abuse perpetrated by his father against his mother. He claims that on one occasion, Junior poured lighter fluid on his wife and threatened to light her on fire. In another instance, Eldon stated that Junior bound her with duct tape and held a gun to her head before forcing Eldon to urinate on her. Anthony, Eldon's oldest brother and Junior's son from a previous marriage, said that he knew his father could be violent when he was on drugs, but that he'd never him or his sister that his father had recently kicked the drug.
Right. Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Detective, in my office. Now.
Yo, this ain't about no damn zombies. If you made Eldon piss on his mama at gunpoint, you don't think he remembered that? You don't think that that played over and over in his mind? Now I'm starting to feel for LD, the baby boy. You shouldn't have killed little Jonathan because he was autistic, but you said he was on that medication. Now, was this really self-defense now? Because dad was on that dope, he done got wigged out. We already know he weird. He already talking about some zombies. He's already been outside shooting earlier. Now does this become self-defense? I'm terrified for my life. He got a gun. I know he got a gun. You done heard from the other witnesses. My mother and my father separated in the alleged abuse in the they made me, my mama told y'all that he held her at gunpoint and made my son piss on me. I'm gonna X mine out. I'm gonna X my daddy out if he make me do that to my mama. I ain't gonna play the zombie game though. If I got access to the ability to, I'm gonna protect. Protection goes for everybody. If you're protecting your woman, the woman in your life, that goes for your dad, your kids, and anything. If anybody try to cause harm, you have to eliminate the threat. I'm sorry. I'm 50-50 on this one, y'all. I'm not even finna say that the baby boy Eldon was all wrong. Let's get back to it, man. What y'all feel? Y'all feel like, nah, well, no, you tripping, bro. He shot that man 3 times in the head. Shit. He held a pistol in my mama's mouth and made me piss on her. That's the equivalent to me and my child like mine. What y'all think?
Habit and moved to Idaho to get his life back on track and be a better father to his 2 younger brothers. Anthony, as well as his grandfather Eldon Sr., alleged that Tina was the aggressor, not Junior. In 2012, Tina pleaded no contest to a charge of willful child cruelty and spent 6 months in a Stanislaus County jail. It's not clear whether or not the child in question was Eldon. At various points in their marriage, Tina and Junior both filed restraining orders against the other for domestic violence.
So y'all just beating up on each other and doing stupid shit in front of these babies and thinking that nothing's happening, like they don't see it.
They used to just bulge out stuff and get really.
Both of y'all fault, man.
Eldon Sr. crosses his arms here, which is likely a dislike response due to having to talk about his son's negative qualities.
When was that? Oh, years ago, actually with Tina, because when they lived on the beach in Modesto, I helped him buy a window and a sliding glass door. Then when he moved over on the east side, so then I helped him replace 2 sliding. Why is that? Because he said he couldn't afford it. No, but how did they get broken? Tina threw a lamp the first time through the door.
Yeah, I feel a lot
of sympathy for him. And the second time she tried to push a chair through the door. And he didn't do these?
We've been on the street with shitty ass parents lately.
Tina did it. So I believe him.
Yeah, that daddy's sick. He definitely getting high. Yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah, in a way, because she's a messed up lady. But your son isn't? Well, I'm thinking now, yeah, maybe so. You're thinking maybe now? Yeah.
It's interesting here that he does a big hands-up response. At this point, he still believes that his son isn't responsible, though it looks like the officer introduces some doubt. Parents often want to believe the best about their children. They rarely want to admit their children might be the messed up one or part of the problem. It's much easier to blame others, but after what has occurred, he now has to figure out why his grandson would do this. It's probably causing a lot of cognitive dissonance for him. The more he has to think about it, the less certain he's likely to become.
Yeah. You don't know for sure. You just, it was
science right now in my class.
He told you, right? But he told me, I know, because I'm not, well, that's their life. No. So did you see him get angry with the kids? Not in that way, no. I need your total honesty on this. I know you do. Why are we smiling? No, I'm just maybe to talk about this. I'm trying to think of the time he did lose his temper.
He appears really uncomfortable here and states, not that way, no. He's probably questioning himself about what signs he missed.
Yep.
Notice that he shifts into a barrier position shortly afterwards as well. He's
Yeah, he put a
uncomfortable
barrier
with having to
between
face these facts because it doesn't fit with the picture he wants to have of
of
his
his
son.
son. Yes.
Well, he never hit those kids in front of me.
He didn't?
No, but he would yell at them.
What would he yell? How would he yell at?
A real high voice type of.
Would he ever cuss at?
So cussing at y'all. Hey, let's talk.
No, he didn't in front of me, but
I ain't even gonna stop it. Is cursing at your sons and daughters?
Okay.
You feel like
So
that's
did you ever
different?
see him use physical
Cursing. Get your ass out of here. Sit your ass
anything?
down. Y'all think that's cursing? Y'all
Not in
think
front of me. That's not to say it wouldn't happen when nobody else was around. But it's to say that I never seen it. No.
Okay. And what would he yell at, Johnny?
No, he would yell at the other one. Help.
Despite the contrasting
yell at
statements
the
made by
other one.
family members, a pediatrician would later testify to the
You would
neglect
never hear me say, refer to my grandson as the other one. Did he do anything to Nova? Nah, he did something to the other one, Dakota. No, what? The other one. No, he was. Yeah, I ain't ride with that one. I ain't gonna ride with that one, bro. Nah, that was disrespectful as hell. Mo said, I ain't gonna lie. I don't cuss at mine. I done cuss at mine plenty of times, but there's more to that. Yeah, we all done. I done cuss at my kids before. I done got cussed out, but I just don't like that. I don't like cussing at my kids. I don't like when I lose control and have to talk to them crazy. I don't. Them words be hurting. Them words matter for real, for real. They'll sting your ass to the core.
that Eldon and his brother faced while living with their father. Eldon specifically was malnourished, had severe dental issues, and had many absences at school. Junior's alleged behavior was exacerbated by his prescription drug addiction.
That's
there
bad.
were a number of medications collected from the house the night of the incident. Junior was prescribed several drugs for anxiety, sleep, and due to a workplace injury a few years before his death, muscle relaxers and opiates. Junior's autopsy showed a plethora of medications in his system.
That boy's gonna die. That boy taking muscle relaxers,
most notably
and
large
sleeping pills,
amounts of the sleep medication Ambien. According to Eldon, the medications also had a strange side effect. And detectives returned to something Eldon said earlier in his interview that struck them as odd.
Why, he was all
I remember back in the day, I didn't know I was going to hold the words that my mama, like somebody tell me to shut up. I don't play that, bro. That was a trigger.
So, but he didn't say anything about zombies. You just attribute him taking that medication as to that's what he thinks. Huh? It's just, did he say anything about zombies tonight?
Beats and everything.
Yeah. What did he say? He said that there might be zombies outside and stuff. So, did you believe him? No. Do you think, I'm not trying to talk down to you, but do you think there's
will
zombies
definitely
outside?
have you seeing zombies. That's real, D.
Probably not. All right. Do you know what they are? Do you believe in the zombie apocalypse?
Right, even if I had step grands,
you believe that's going to happen?
They will not be
Probably.
the one. Yeah.
Probably. What's going down?
Yeah, the one. The
Ukraine.
The other one.
Interesting position here, sitting cross-legged with his arms barriered. It seems this line of questioning has him concerned and feeling defensive.
Do you talk to your dad about this type of stuff a lot? No?
I ain't got no control over his life.
Myself. Okay.
I got a hatchet.
Well, it sounds like you and Dad have that in common, though. That you guys believe in the zombie apocalypse, and he's all wanting to prepare, but... Oh, like doomsday stuff? Like something bad's gonna happen? Yeah. What do you do to prepare? He just prepared, bought that trailer, and...
See, we was right.
All this other stuff.
Preppers.
Yeah. Oh, the crappy brown trailer? Yeah.
Tina Samuel tells detectives that her ex-husband was a survivalist that began training their sons for the inevitable zombie apocalypse. Another thing that Eldon's older brother rejects. Regardless, the cache of weapons, a new trailer on the property, and zombie paraphernalia certainly lent some credibility to Eldon's story. But there's still something fishy about Eldon's version of events, and detectives backtrack to what happened inside the house after he shot his father.
And how do you know? If you weren't in Jonathan's room, how do you know he was in the room? What do you mean? In Jonathan? Yeah. He's always been. Right. How do you know that your dad went to Jonathan's room? I haven't crawled there. So were you in your doorway? Yeah, I was in the doorway. Your little blanket. That's all I need to know. I didn't know that. So then what did you do? I don't know. I was stopped. Who did? Me. You stopped? I stopped. Right by the curtain or this side of it? I just stopped. I just didn't know what to do. So you kind of froze? Yeah. Did you say anything to yourself? You know, sometimes we talk to ourselves. We don't say it, but inside we say, man, I shouldn't have done this, or crap, or something like that. What did you do? I didn't do anything. I tried to get.
So you had the right mind. You was in your right mind, bro. If you had, come on, y'all. Let's go to the office real quick.
Detective, in my office, now.
So, if you were in your right mind to know that you can't use the medication, you can't use the mental health angle, that's premeditated, right? Am I tripping? Now we're gonna be right by the books, no matter the emotion that we feel connected to LeBron, because daddy may have been beating him and mama may have been tripped out. He already away from mama, he already loaded up on medications. The only angle he got right now is he was on that dope. They had gave him too much medication. He didn't know what he was doing. Right? Temporary insanity. That's the only, because the self-defense stuff fell out the window. You knew what you were doing. You premeditated. You walked your little brother down. We back to it. The internet. Yeah, sorry. This is how you smile when you're uncomfortable.
Okay, and he wouldn't come out. No. He's always afraid of me. Yeah, because you guys have issues, and he has a condition, so I'm aware of that. He's afraid of me. So I tried to get him out.
So if you tried to get him out, why did you kill him, bro?
The mattress? Okay.
Why did you kill him?
So what? How are you holding up the mattress? Show me. Oh, like that. Okay, like that? Yeah. Okay. And then you're trying to reach for him? I was trying to. Show it. Come on. Okay. And what did he do? He backed up. He didn't float. Okay. I just let the mattress go. Just fine. And what? The mattress was stuck on like something.
Oh, that boy lifted the mattress up and shot that boy.
I was gonna kill you. I just ran outside. Covered my ears.
So your daddy said this after you
shot him? So when you're outside, what happens?
Well, your daddy on some shit.
Just a lot of gunshots. Shotgun.
Your daddy on some strong ass dope. If you don't bust him 3 times in the head.
So if I go to the house, am I gonna find a shotgun? And if I look at your little brother, am I gonna find shotgun shots? Shotgun shots? Yeah. Where am I gonna find those? Where? Where's that?
Eldon repeated he was right outside, which is once again his attempt to solidify his story. Then he repeats the question, shotgun shots, while looking up to make eye contact with the officer to see if he was believed. Repeating the questions and his statements are all delaying techniques. So is taking a drink in order to give himself more time to think.
My brother's room? Your brother's room?
Eldon knew what he was doing, bro. He thought this was a damn video game.
I can shoot your brother. Shoot my brother? Yeah. Shoot my brother? Yeah.
The interrogator may be trying to catch him off guard here. He's trying to see if, because they've been talking casually, if he would speak without thinking. He just casually slides it in there like it's no big deal, or like Eldon had already admitted it, likely hoping that Eldon might not remember what he said earlier. Eldon does do some repeating of the question here, but also doesn't get angry about the officer saying he shot his brother, which of course we know an innocent person would most likely get pretty upset at this insinuation. Eldon gives himself away a bit here.
Shoot my brother. Dad. I thought you said your dad stabbed him. Yeah, he did. He had the shotgun. He shot my brother. Man, he either had a shotgun, had a pistol, or had a machete. He didn't have all three. There's no way. I gave my brother something. Gave him something. I was in the middle.
Come over in the office real quick. Come
Okay.
over in the office real quick, bro. Come on in the office real quick. How your daddy, after getting shot 3 times in the head, back of the head, with a 45, get up, get the shotgun, the machete, and the pistol, and shoot your brother, and then fall back dead. And then you run out the house. Boys, stop it. I'm surprised you even tried to do that shit right there. You tried to say that. Cut it out, man. You're going to prison. You did that. Your daddy did not get up. He's not a zombie. He might have looked like a zombie when he was on that goddamn Sharmaduki. But he ain't no zombie. He was just a junkie. Junkies and zombies look real familiar. They look similar. But you're going to prison. Because your daddy didn't do that now.
I was trying to move up the cushions. Okay.
Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro.
Like right there, where like my dad was dragging that stuff.
Take my best friend. No.
Tried to grab it. My feet.
Look, talk about because he's a zombie, duh.
Gave it to him. Like,
I mean, it makes sense.
to your
It
dad.
makes sense.
To my brother.
You're right. You're right.
But you
Okay,
said you
okay,
don't
okay.
want to go. You gotta hold him.
He's a fool.
Yeah, it's what I let him go. I let him go and just did that. And go up and I just, here, John. All right. I just left the house after that.
Detectives know Eldon is hiding something, and they're about to turn up the heat.
Not turn up.
I just left the house after that. Okay, let's do this. You've been really helpful, and you've been honest about, we talked about everything. We talked about the silly handcuffs, Grand Theft Auto, your house, the terrible things that happened at your house that night. We talked about that. And for the most part, I think you're being honest, and you're the only one that knows you were there.
You're the only survivor there, fool.
There is no way that your dad drug a shotgun and had a machete with him, and then you had a pistol. There's no way that all that happened. What really happened with your brother? Just tell me. Immediately.
Exactly.
Listen. We're super good in our jobs, okay? We're good at gathering evidence, putting pieces together like a puzzle. That's why they call them detectives, if they detect things. But we're gonna figure it all out. How did your brother get shot? Enough story about a shotgun and a hatchet and all that other crap. The real story. With your brother, what happened? Yeah, just tell me. You're gonna feel better when you tell me. I don't want to hear you. It doesn't make any sense to be perfectly honest and detailed about certain things. And then kind of, well, if you're floating around, well, he shot the belly crawling around, no way that happened. So how did your brother get shot?
Just to push the kid, so they had a machete and stuck it on the wall. I said, come on, get out. Yeah, okay. Just cut it.
You cut your brother?
Yeah.
Okay. With a machete?
Yeah.
Where did you cut him?
Just like that, so cut his hands.
Okay, see. How many times did you cut him? What did he say?
Damn, you chopped your brother up. You cut his hands off, fool.
Okay.
Oh, you asshole bitch. Just saying that.
Yeah.
What?
You're tracking right, because we went from your dad was dragging all this stuff around, and then you just threw the machete out and he saved yourself, which was the total crap story, and we admitted.
Yeah, damn.
The detective moves into the confession position here. It's important to know that as humans, we naturally mirror body language when we're engaged in conversation with others, and our body language can affect our openness and mood. This officer is taking advantage of this by modeling the confession pose in an attempt to get Eldon to join him in the pose that is most likely.
But if we know that, isn't that a form of manipulation, and that's like causing a false confession? If we're giving them clues to get the desired body language that we're looking for, right?
3 more times.
Right?
Okay.
Y'all let me know if Uno tripping now. I be getting on his eye and get to thinking.
Was that all one right after the other?
Y'all let me know. That's
3 times in the head, right after each other.
Do what I'm doing, then I'm gonna look at the video. Look, that's the confession.
Did he crawl up the hallway like you said earlier? Things like that to me.
You can't.
He did crawl up the hallway. Yeah, after I shot once, you went in John's room. So you're still saying that you crawled up the hallway? And then what? Moved the cushions off the bed, the mattresses, and
Big, that boy weird as hell, Big.
told him to get out. Told your brother? Yeah, he said.
Hey, Big, we need to talk about the treatment too. What kind of vibe you want? What kind of vibe you want? Hit me up in the inbox. Let me know. But you got my number. Hit my phone.
Him. With the machete? In the where? Get the hips. Like here, on the edge out here, not down here.
Point to it on yourself.
Okay, unconscious manipulation.
Hey,
Modesty. What kind of liar?
How many times did you swing the machete at?
Oh, yeah, that's like a procrastination liar.
It's a lot. Ballpark. More than 50? Not 50, 30. 30 times? Okay. Did you hit him anywhere else other than here? Anywhere else? Head? Head. You did hit him in the head? Yeah. Where at in the head? The back. Back of his head? Yeah. What else did you do? That was it. Then I called the police. Brother? Shotgun. Shot him with the shotgun? The leg. Okay. Where else?
Procrastinating liar.
Other shots.
Yeah.
Where do you think you hit him, or where did you try?
I tried to hit him.
Hit him where?
Wherever it's hit him.
Not the digital contact. Oh, that's another.
Where do you think? What were you aiming at? I was aiming at him.
Digital contact.
Where on him? He's under the bed. Okay, so where are we aiming at? Aiming under the bed. Just so a blind shot. You didn't see him. You just knew where he was and you shot.
Well, I tried to see.
Okay. So what were you looking at?
I was looking at him and I just saw his blade and 45.
Did you shoot him with that at all? Be honest. I got people down at the crime scene right now, Eldon. And so we're asking you this question. You cannot leave anything out.
I shot him once.
Well, Eldon, this is where I'm at with this.
Eldon's toes are tightly curled under and crossed. Once again, he rubs at his neck in a position that's automatically calming to the heart.
I think you told us quite a bit, but I think that you've left a lot of stuff out. Okay.
Likely without meaning a lot of stuff out.
I think you told us quite a bit, but I think that you've left a lot of stuff out. Okay. And
I think it's slow motion too.
You know, if there's any BS that you finished just a little bit ago,
I was checking to see how much time we
come
had.
back in. Okay. So give us a few minutes, and then we'll come back in, let you rest and we'll talk again. Okay.
Just sit tight, all right, pal?
Okay.
Can I get some shoes? Just hang on.
Eldon has finally come clean about hurting his brother, but the question remains, will he give detectives the whole story?
So, you are pissed at your dad. You're pissed at your dad because he puts his hands on you.
Punches you or hits you. That's self-defense right there. No, but when your dad does it to you, how do you feel about it?
Daddy, that ain't self-defense
I
right
feel
there.
like scared.
That ain't self-defense,
Like
Daddy. That's self-defense right there. That ain't gonna fly.
From pushing you?
Yeah.
That ain't gonna fly,
Eldon
Dad.
does a quick lip compression when he mentions self-defense. He's verbalizing what he's been trying to relate. He shot his father in self-defense. However, we later learn that Eldon's understanding is limited when it comes to what truly constitutes acting in self-defense.
Yeah, he don't know. That boy's slow.
He slipped into the detective, though not as far down.
Did he have the gun in his hand at that point?
I didn't know if he had 9mm on him.
But you already had the 45 at this point, right?
I couldn't find the 9mm.
How did you get the gun from your dad?
He was on the ground. He dropped it on the couch. No, under the couch where he keeps it. I just clip out, took out the bullet, and put it back.
And then
is that a fish plate or a quarter of pizza? I was looking at that's a pizza. That boy had that pizza on there for about 2 hours.
Do you say anything to him after that?
Right now. I'm talking about still is hell.
Anything?
I said stop.
Okay. That it?
What's the local
Okay,
fried
and then
fish
he does it
place in
again.
your Louisiana down there? How much a
But
fish
I'm
plate
asking you
costs?
first. He pushed you a second time.
Yeah.
Okay. What did it seem like Dad was trying to do by pushing you?
He's just pushing me hard.
Trying to.
That's not gonna fly, bro.
Push me somewhere. But what did he say?
That's not gonna fly, bro.
He was just pushing me.
We ain't
And
buying
he
it.
didn't say any words.
I just told him to stop.
By steepling his hands, the detective is attempting to convey a sense of confidence and leadership in this situation. He's taken the lead in questioning and is reflecting that with his nonverbal cues. He's also spread his elbows out and is taking up a lot of space, another sign of confidence.
So he pushes you. You tell him to stop. He pushes you again, and you shoot. Okay. And that's when you hit him in the belly. Dad basically crawls from the area of your bedroom. Are you in your bedroom at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. And is Dad kind of backing you in your bedroom?
No, I'm like trying to get out.
Oh, you're trying to get out of your bedroom. He's trying to keep you in your bedroom.
In front of the couch. saying weird stuff. Like, I couldn't even understand.
What was he saying?
I don't know. He was like blabbering, you know? I didn't know what he was saying. He's on his medication.
And he just got shot in the belly? Right? What do you think? Yeah. Okay, so he crawls, he's creating a little blood drop
No,
trail,
JJ got a
and
good
he's
old
going to your
fit
brother's
plate
room.
too.
And so does he make it into your brother's room? Okay, and then how is he seated? What's he doing? Is he laying down? Is he up on his butt?
Yeah.
Propped up against something?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. The desk that John has.
The desk that John has?
Yeah.
And is Dad saying anything to you at this point?
No.
Okay. And then as he's propped up, then you at that point, is that when you take 2 more shots? And you hit him in the face, but you don't think that did the job?
No, because it didn't hit the brain.
Okay, so then you took 1 more shot up higher to hit the brain?
Yeah.
Okay. And you knew that he probably wasn't dead or might not die because of the 3 shots prior, but you thought this shot would cause him to die? I understand that it's traumatic and things like that, but at the same time, I don't believe a young man like yourself, seem like a pretty smart kid, doesn't know what happened. So
He
I need
did
you to
his
be
daddy the worst
100%
way.
honest with me, because I have detectives down at the scene that are telling me what they see and what they believe is happening
That
or
boy
has
did
happened.
his daddy the
And
worst
so I
way,
need you to be
boy.
100% honest with me about
God
that,
dang.
because some of the stuff you're saying is contradictory to what the evidence is telling us. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Usually, the evidence does. And I say that because sometimes it happens, but in this case, I don't think that it is. It's not too hard to understand what happened. Fair enough? But what we're missing is exactly all the details of what happened, and we're missing the real why, and things like that. So, with that being said, did you shoot your brother?
What?
By saying with what, Eldon avoids having to say no or yes. He's trying to find out what information the detectives have already first before he admits to anything.
You tell me. I wasn't there. It's a simple question.
Which gun?
I don't know. I wasn't there, Eldon.
Dude, that's not the question. Yes.
Okay. So, what gun did you shoot him with?
I think with the shotgun.
You shot your baby brother with the shotgun after you hit him with the machete?
A few times?
Yeah.
Okay. A few to me is 3.
Okay.
So how many times did you shoot him?
Well, I had a shotgun with 2 at a time. Then I started like trying to get rid of it.
So how many times do you think you hit him with a shotgun? And where?
Legs. 5 times.
He hit him in the legs 5 times? 5 shots to the legs.
I don't know. I wasn't that.
Okay. So then what happens?
Pulled the mattresses over. He just started saying the F words to me and stuff.
Had you used the machete on him yet?
Yeah.
You had already cut him with the machete? After the shotgun?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm getting at. So the first thing you did to him was shoot him with the shotgun?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the machete came
Yo,
later.
I don't feel no sympathy for Brett no more. I don't have no sympathy for Brett.
Can you stand up for me and show me how you swung at him?
He OD'd, bro. He
and
OD'd.
Don't do it to either
bro.
one of us. Maybe face that wall and show us what you did.
I was like on the couch, the mattress cushion. And I was What did you say when you were doing it? Didn't say anything. Okay.
Was he saying anything?
No.
Okay. Okay, now you're doing that. Now I want you to do it. How hard? Show me how hard you were swinging the machete.
Like that.
Okay, so just a second ago you were one hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you just did two hands.
Yeah.
So which is it?
I don't know. It was a two-handed machete. Or one hand over the other? Yeah.
Okay. But I guess what I'm saying to you is I want to see how hard you did that. Just demonstrate for me how hard you swung that machete. Was it hard?
As hard as I could.
As hard as you could. Perfect. That's what I wanted to know. Once he's outside the bed and you hit him in the back of the head, where else do you hit him?
He hit him in the
that?
back of the head with a machete.
That was it. Was he dead?
I don't know. Was he moving? Well, when I was hitting him with the machete. Was he moving because you were hitting him, or was he moving on his own? He was moving. Okay.
Was he saying anything?
No. I thought he was F-bombing you. F-bombing? Yeah. You know the expression. You said that. Those are your words, not mine. He was being quiet after that.
After you hit him in the head?
Yeah. And then I go to the police.
Now that they're making headway on how Junior and Jonathan were killed, it's time to ask the most important question.
Why'd you do it?
My brother. He was the reason why my dad was taking the medication. Because I started really hating him.
It seems that Eldon may have wanted to eliminate what he perceived as the root of the family's problems. From Eldon's perspective, his father may have been the most severe issue in the household because of his alleged abuse of the boys and of Eldon's mother. Eldon is, after all, in the family come from the perspective of a young teen who may have been abused and neglected. It's very possible that his father may have blamed his issues on the kids, which is typical of abusive and neglectful parents. Eldon may have believed this, which could explain his anger toward his brother. In years, the brains of adolescents are still developing, particularly the frontal lobe, which means that they may act impulsively or may act on intense emotions or issues at home without fully considering or fully understanding the true dynamics of the issues. It's important to consider the role of how teenagers think and process information because, at this age, it's typical for kids to fantasize about escaping situations they don't like. In Eldon's case, it was much more than just something he doesn't like. This may have led him to resort to such extreme measures.
How long have you been hating him?
Years.
Yeah, how many years?
A lot of years.
You're 14.
9 years.
You've been hating him 5 years? Okay.
My mom couldn't handle the stress. Any more so, she ran away.
Have you ever thought about hurting your brother before?
Yeah.
Yeah? How would you have done that?
Probably a long time ago.
What?
When I was 6.
What?
I just stabbed him in the back.
You stabbed your brother in the back?
Yeah.
Did you get caught?
I don't think so. I was like 6 years old.
You stabbed
He been trying to kill that boy for a long time.
With what? Kitchen knife? Did he bleed?
I don't know. I don't remember. I think he did bleed.
How many times did you stab him?
Just once.
You get in trouble?
You didn't get in trouble. You stabbed your brother in the back.
Did your dad know about it?
I think so.
So where does this anger come from?
Him. Your brother? Where's your anger come from your dad? Yeah. You didn't have anger towards your dad? Well, I find that hard to believe when you just shot your dad 4 times. So where's your anger come from your dad?
He used to beat me.
Okay, and I've heard you say that, but you haven't really explained that. What do you mean he used to beat you?
Just beat me. I loved him. But next time that he came after me.
You had decided that you...
This boy weirded out, bro.
were gonna do something about it?
Yeah.
What did you decide you were gonna do?
Shoot.
That's what you told yourself. Next time he came at you, you were gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
When did you first think that?
Just right at that
That's
point.
what I'm saying.
When was that though?
Don't say it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
It's
right.
wild.
So tell me about the times that your dad has beat you in the
Definitely.
past.
This one is.
I think you said between
first time at the
the
rodeo.
last time and tonight it had been about 8 months. Is that still accurate? Okay, and then prior to the 8 months, how many times has your dad, as you say, beat you?
Like, he used to take his pills like once a month and start acting crazy. I called the police last time when he tried to drive the truck under the influence.
Mm-hmm. I'm aware of that report.
Yeah.
Eldon avoided a specific instance.
So what happened to him?
I tried to stop him.
What happened to him?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely some type of
Hospital.
abuse, but he went OD on
Hospital or jail?
how he beat his daddy.
Hospital?
But then he said
And they
he
keep him
loved his daddy. How? How can you love your daddy if you put 4 in his face?
Right.
Yeah.
One in his
They
belly,
usually
one
do.
in his face.
What did you say when he got out?
2 in his face and 1 to the brain. Like you said.
What do you mean?
What did you say to your dad?
But yeah,
Yeah, what did you say to him?
I didn't say anything.
You didn't tell him you were pissed at him, or you loved him, or you hated him? What did you say?
Probably be mad at me. Because he called the police on
Amidst harboring a lifelong hatred for his brother, who was severely autistic and required a lot of their father's attention. But had Eldon been planning to kill his family all along, or did he simply snap?
So where do we leave
No,
off?
he's
We left
planning.
off
This was premeditated.
with what happened with your brother. Okay? And then we're talking a little bit about
This
that.
is definitely premeditated.
Seems to me, and don't let me put words in your mouth, that you're a little, excuse me, angry with your brother.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say? And you said it's been going on quite some time.
Yeah.
And I think you said that part of your anger is that
Yeah, I got a
not only does
whole
he
lot less
upset
sympathy
you,
now.
he upset your
This
dad.
man done did all
He
this.
upset your mom. Who else?
I'm not feeling him at all.
everybody.
Who's everybody?
I don't know. Just upset
No
at
love,
people
Sharon.
in stores. He pulled people's things. So,
Was tonight what you were going to do about it?
yeah.
So how
Say
long
what?
you been
What
thinking
you do?
about your brother? A while. How long's a while? Can you tell me what kind of thoughts you had when you think about hurting your brother?
I just didn't want to hear anymore.
Okay. So what were your ideas on how to make that happen?
Just get killed or something.
Huh?
Get him killed or something.
Get him killed or something? So in your thoughts, the way that this needed to end was your brother to die.
My mother would have left, but that's for my dad. Because my dad treated her life.
Okay.
Damn. So he say his mama would have left if it went for the brother
I'm sure
who
he
was
would.
severely autistic. So his
What makes you bring it back? The most
he
bad
wasn't
thing
even-
that Jonathan did, what was it?
He was just
Like,
saying, okay,
If I like
the
My
The
dad
brother's
brought a
condition
candy bar for John,
and the strain on the parents is what
and I
caused.
told him not to
Okay.
eat it.
Okay.
I walked back and eat it. Oh, like how Tammy and why would you tell him not to eat it? Because I don't want to eat it. All right. And he would just buy one for Jonathan? Why would he buy one for you? Oh, well, he did. But... So you wanted both? Yeah. All right. Well, that's do you think that's all right for you? That's a good statement. Well, why for you is that fair? It's okay for me. Yeah. Well, but not for him. And then if he didn't do what you said, you'd be pissed at him? I would be pissed, yeah. How pissed? Yes.
Bro, weird. He weird.
Stuff at him. You throw stuff at him? It's annoying stuff he brings back from school, like it's clap hand stuff. He'll break that stuff, throw it at us. I said it was safe. Don't bring any of that. Why do you want your dad to die?
These interrogators asking some real goddamn straight to it questions.
Continued form of eye blocking.
Okay, so you're saying that you killed him so he wouldn't kill you? He was gonna kill me all those times. I almost did. What time was it? All the different
When did he almost kill you, my boy?
Talked about that a little bit, but other than pushing and stuff like that, you haven't told me anything that would lead me to believe that your dad was going to kill you. So what am I missing? One time you where'd you get that mom?
That's your mama. He ain't try to do that to you.
I was shocked. So when you were walking and he was crawling to the brother's room and you saw him and he was propped up, were you thinking, you know how I talked about, hey, we have these voices inside that say, well, I'm not going to let that happen again. I can do that. Did you go in there and did you say to yourself, I'm going to kill him, or did you think that? What? What did you think when you were walking to your brother's bedroom with that gun in your hand? He's a bad person. Okay. What else? I know that's not it. I just knew what he was. That's what you thought? Yeah.
It's hard to tell, but Eldon may be crying, or attempting to look like he's crying. His statements about getting mad at his brother for not handing over his candy bar clearly show he's quite the self-absorbed young person. If there's tears, they're likely because away from this at this point.
So did you walk in there knowing that you had to kill your dad? Yeah. That was your only option? Yeah. And I'm just trying to understand what you're thinking. I'm not saying that's what I'm asking. Was your only thought that your dad needed to die?
They're gonna say he was prompting him when it goes to trial.
Is that fair? Okay, is that fair? What I'm saying, is that accurate? Yeah. Okay. So I don't want to put words in your mouth, okay? I don't want to put words in your mouth. I want to make sure these are your words. If you would have, you would have. Took the mother, okay? The grandparents. So what did you do because of that? Maybe. Because he would either hurt you, your mother, your grandparents. What did you do? So he could.
Everybody want to claim say, oh, he was going to help this. Like the lady yesterday, she was going to kill me.
Did you do that with the intention on killing him?
She was beating on him cheering too.
Okay. Why, if your issue was with your dad that night, which it seemed like it started there, why kill your brother? Just because of everything else that you told me? Yeah. It seemed like he cared for John more than anybody.
Oh,
your dad did? Yeah.
Okay.
And so
now
tell
we
me
get
about that.
into
That
it. You boy.
John.
Boy.
best one in the house.
I could do him something dirty.
Your perspective, John's the best one in the house. That's your perspective from what Dad treated you versus him. So how many times in the last month have you thought about killing your dad?
Just that night.
Just what night? This night? So you never thought about it prior to this? Now, earlier you
So
told
the
me
night
that
wasn't the first night you just said, well, I'm finna.
What? I could play the tape back, but you said if he did it again. I was thinking if he did it again, or punched me again, or pushed. Yeah, but I didn't. That was continuing on. I just couldn't do it. So that's why he's asking that question. I just couldn't do that. I did it that one night. I did it.
tonight.
Okay.
So, but you've thought about it. Have you ever acted on it? Like got the gun ready?
No.
Or
let myself to do it.
but I guess that's what I'm asking. Did you ever prepare
Honestly, you were
yourself to
right.
do
He
it?
was
You
trying
just couldn't do
to
it.
figure out his plan, the way to execute
I
his
think
plan.
it was your words.
He finally got the
it.
courage that night to do that. You was sharp. You was sharp. I'm seeing you. I see you.
You hate your brother?
We're not buying it.
You hate your brother enough to kill him?
No. Well, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. And is that why you did it tonight?
It's not just that. He was part of the reason why I did that. If he wasn't here all these times,
So his
my dad
daddy wasn't there
be
for
taking
him.
medication. My mom wouldn't have left. It would have been a happy family.
Okay. So you blame your brother for your family not being together?
Yes.
Okay.
That boy
I heard
ugly.
you right.
Yeah.
Because of how he treated your mom.
Yeah.
Is that accurate? So, is it fair to say because of those reasons that you have
Anymore.
no towards your dad and brother?
I hate my brother more.
You hated your brother more?
Yeah.
Okay. But it doesn't sound like you were all that fond of dad.
Yeah, that. I don't want no love like that. If you gonna shoot me 4 times in the face, my boy, I don't want no love like that, boy.
Again, this is me asking you a question.
It's self-defense.
What was self-defense?
Oh, nah. You don't get out there
Why?
until tomorrow. You don't get to do. What you what? No. Yes.
Every time I shot him.
Okay.
Tomorrow, 9 o'clock, you off.
Why do you think a push by your dad?
Because he's done it before.
Okay. I guess I'm just trying to wrap my mind around it, and I'm asking. I'm not, not trying to hurt your feelings or anything like that, but I'm asking.
You know Sergeant Earl
caused you to shoot him.
Sergeant Earl finna get you.
I feel like it was threatening me.
Because he pushed you?
Yeah.
You know how many times my dad pushed me when I was a kid?
Yeah, but he pushed me like hit me.
The pushed you around as a kid, which wasn't okay. It doesn't excuse any dad pushing their kid around. It's not clear exactly what he's trying to do here, as this question has been asked and answered
multiple times. Okay.
Same multiple times.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you ever have a kid at school punch you? If not, at least in California, you ever had a kid at school punch you?
Well,
Yeah.
we don't. We can't. Woo.
Yeah. All right. You ever feel like you needed to shoot him? No, I just felt like I needed to punch him back. Okay. What if
Yeah,
I
it's a
punched
walk
you
in
in
my
the
living
chest?
room time to tell.
Like right
Oh,
now?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do it, so I'm not trying to get you worked up. But what if I did that? Would you feel like you needed to shoot me to
Right
defend
there.
yourself?
Get some
I punched you.
spray and spray him with the wet his
Fair
wings
enough.
up. So he
So why
can't
didn't you
fly.
just punch your dad back?
Take him out.
I did that before.
Cold blood.
One time. So why not tonight? I'm just trying to
Yeah, we're gonna go over about 4 or 5 minutes.
understand
So
that,
I want y'all to get the end of the story.
Elder,
That's why I'm not saying much.
now that we are sitting here with you and your dad
Shut
and your
up, Dad!
brother are
I'll
dead,
kill you, Dad. Ah, Timmy, he's just
does that bother you?
joking.
Does it bother you that they're
Not
dead?
feeling it right now. He's
Because what?
he's having a moment.
Can you try and explain that to me a little bit? Because that's a pretty bold statement that you don't care that they're dead.
A wasp was chasing me when I was leaving the funeral home. That was from last night. But listen, that's that same wasp.
His anger supersedes any other emotion he might have, at least here during the interrogation. This is an indication of the extent of the anger that Eldon has harbored against his father and brother. It's so strong and so deep that even after all is said, subsided, and his father and brother are being referred to in the past tense, he's claiming not to feel any sadness or emotion for them. It's also an indication of how troubled Eldon is.
Eldon on that BS.
When asked, Natasha, in reference to his childhood, it's possible that he may feel relief now, even though Eldon knows he's likely to face consequences for what he did.
What are you crying about? Crying because you got caught? What do you mean? Or are you upset?
You were brave when you worked in the funeral home at night.
When the police came, why are you
bringing no
upset? Why are you
funeral home
crying?
coochie back to me, girl.
Difficult for you to talk about if you don't care if they're dead.
You know.
Do you know? If you don't know, you don't know.
Did you get the task accomplished with putting the names on?
For them being dead.
That was my
Kind of feel bad. You kind of feel bad for your dad, but not at all for your brother.
Outbreak of death. You putting few names on them.
Yeah. You only thought about this tonight. You know, that's a pretty calculated thing.
Yeah.
So, you're right. I have to do it tonight. Why?
I was
Why
up all
tonight?
night, y'all.
I couldn't wait any longer. I couldn't wait any longer. Okay, so how long did you wait?
How long did you wait?
Like when you beat me 8 months ago? Yeah, like that. I just laid in bed. So
I don't do them caskets.
Think about doing it. I couldn't do it.
Straight on them caskets.
I stopped thinking about it. So between the last time he beat you and tonight, how much have you thought about it? It stopped.
That boy ain't touching 2 cold ass pieces of pizza back though.
Well, we know you did it, but thought about it every time you beat me. I guess that's my point, because if I'm understanding your story, the last time he happened. So in between those times, how many times did you think about doing what you did tonight? I don't know.
I did it that night.
Okay. Have you? Do you recall ever
bodies.
thinking
Yeah,
about
give
it?
me 2 of them cold bodies. I can't do nothing but 2 cold bodies.
Okay. What have you imagined doing?
Showed them. You know.
And this is your dad. What have you thought about?
My dad.
Okay, so you never dreamt about it, thought about it, about killing your brother, even though you hate him and
no fraternizing.
He's the
with no
cause
stuff
of
now.
that your family's not whole.
Finishing this case.
Never thought about killing him until the night.
Yeah.
But you have had thoughts about killing your dad in the past.
Yeah.
Can we put him in prison, bro? He done beat a dead horse.
I mean, I think I'm understanding your story.
Come on, bro.
I think we're there. The only thing that kind of I'm hung up on is the fact that how much you hate your brother. At least that's what you relayed to us. And that this is the first
No vinyl lettering on the bottom of the casket, front and back. He pays me.
time
Okay.
you ever thought about hurting him.
That good money on him, but I got to do it during the light
Oh,
hours.
And if you're leaving it out,
Cassie got to be empty. Boy, I need to be in that first
the
one.
times that you thought about killing your brother.
If y'all put me Pearl Leroy in the
That's what I'm asking.
He been sitting pretty much the same way the whole interrogation. Like, bro, we done beat the dead horse. The boy shot them folk. It's over with.
Did you think about?
Let's get to the results. What did he get in prison?
Eldon goes back and forth as to whether or not he planned to kill his brother or made prior attempts. But he still hasn't told the detectives everything and is about to reveal another final layer to his depravity.
One thing I did know maybe was that shotgun. Where's the shotgun right now?
I don't know.
I know you know. Come on. Where is it?
For your mother.
How many shells you put in it? You knew how you stuck it under the bed because you demonstrated that. So let's say I'm just going in the house, lights are off, and I got a flashlight. Where am I going to find it?
Flashlight?
Yeah.
Where'd you stash it, dude? Yes, you do.
You do now.
I forgot. I think I just left it there in the bed.
In that room?
Yeah.
Where your brother and dad are dead? Okay. Where's the 45? Okay. And then you don't know where the 9mm is. And that never came out. You never saw it.
Never saw it.
Okay.
It's probably in my room.
Where's the machete?
Bed.
And the other knife, the dagger knife, the other knife?
What?
There's one other knife. Where's that? We talked about it earlier.
The knife.
Yeah.
The black knife?
Sure. Whatever knife was there.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Where is it?
It's a rappery.
I just stopped what I was doing.
With the knife, not the machete, the knife.
I know.
Okay, what were you doing with the knife?
I'm stabbing him.
Stabbing who?
John.
Okay. With
Muffin, ain't no way nobody in there.
knife, not the machete.
Oh, nah, Muff. Oh, nah. Oh, nah.
You twisted this. You never told us that.
You strong, boy.
Okay. All right.
So let's talk about that. Go ahead, sir.
You a thug. Go get
How many
my
times
money,
did you stab him?
14 times.
Okay, so let me make sure I got this right. You used the machete on him first, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you hit him approximately 30 times with that kind of, we all over the body, for the head, probably nothing to the torso, doesn't sound like. Anything to the back?
I think so.
Okay.
What the officers describing here is overkill and shows the serious
Yes.
brother. The
Yes.
interrogators are now going much faster with Eldon, not leaving any empty space for him to answer, and basically just feeding him a narrative. They're no longer asking open questions and being quiet for a moment to let him answer on his own. This may be a change in strategy because they don't want to give him too long to think and formulate another lie. It's also possible that they're shocked at his responses and a bit emotional themselves, which would be completely understandable.
It's a lot of anger that you used tonight. There's other weapons, but they weren't used. What do you think should happen to you? Me? Yeah, if you were us, and you're talking to me, what should happen?
The punishment question earlier on in the discussion, not after the suspect has admitted to the crime. This may be an attempt to gauge his understanding of right and wrong, or to see if he feels any remorse or going to live with his mom or counseling, or any kind of soft answer, then it really would point to him having a remorseless frame of mind.
I'm gonna go back to California. What about the legal stuff? What should happen? Come on, hey, Mom. You're smart. You're a smart guy. Give us a guess. Yes. Yeah. What would you do? What should happen to someone that just killed
When they
their
ask you
brother?
what would you do? You know you fried, right? Like that
Do you
fish
think the
might come
person? Why? I probably deserve it. You think you deserve that? Yeah. You think you deserve to die because you killed your brother? You're dead. Yeah. Okay.
This is an unexpected answer, particularly since California with his mom. He goes from basically saying he should be set free to then referring to the death penalty. It's very likely that Eldon felt trapped and hopeless, living in an
That's what we doing?
situation with two people that he grew. Important to keep in mind that a alone typically doesn't result in a teenager killing his father and brother. There typically have to be serious behavioral issues present and early antisocial traits.
But let us step out and talk for a few minutes, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with you next, okay?
I ain't planning no food.
What I got to do? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. As soon as I come back
I was
in,
terrified of caskets because they used to have this little tradition when they would pass the babies over the casket for some reason.
Okay.
And I remember seeing my grandma, and they passed me over my grandma, bro. And then my grandpa died a couple months
Okay,
later.
behind your back.
Same thing.
Here,
I'm terrified of caskets.
Turn around, face the wall.
Straight up. I don't mess with caskets. Even when I carry them, I've been pallbearers, but I just don't look. I just hold it and I look away, or I hold my head down. And I have some shades on. And
You're under arrest for first-degree murder.
After a preliminary hearing, Eldon's first-degree murder charge for his father dropped down to second degree after the judge didn't feel there was sufficient evidence to prove premeditation. However, the first-degree charge stuck in 2016, and though the detectives had a hard time getting him to land on an exact timeline, the prosecution laid it out for the jury to show just how much damage Eldon had done. Junior was shot in the stomach after allegedly pushing Eldon twice. Junior crawled to his youngest son's room and propped himself up against the nightstand, where Eldon shot him 3 more times in the head with a .45 caliber handgun. After an unsuccessful attempt to coax Jonathan out from under the bed, Eldon several times. He then opted instead for a shotgun, loaded it, and shot Jonathan again multiple times. After removing the mattress and box spring, Eldon then grabbed a knife and began to stab his brother out from under the bed towards his father, when Eldon grabbed his final weapon, the machete, and hacked at his brother's arms, legs, and head until he stopped moving. The prosecution described Eldon's fact that he used multiple weapons against his helpless brother showed that the killing was deliberate and premeditated. The defense tried to argue that Junior had given
Lynetta, heck yeah.
Eldon some of his medications, which merely snapped after years of neglect, but never planned to murder his family before that moment. In addition, the defense used what was referred to as the zombie defense, in which Junior prepped for the apocalypse to show up to and at the time of the attack, which the prosecution fully rejected, calling the claim ridiculous. In the end, 14-year-old Eldon was found guilty of the second-degree murder of his father, Eldon Samuel II, and guilty younger brother, Jonathan Samuel. He was sentenced to 20 years fixed, with 5 years indeterminate for the murder of his brother, and 10 years fixed with 5 years indeterminate for the murder of his father. In an adult prison. Eldon is due to be released in March of 2029.
What? This man finna get out. Eldon ass finna get out, y'all. I can't believe it, man. What y'all feel about Eldon, man? Eldon did a lot of stuff that surprised the hell out of me. So I wouldn't want to have that young man at my house. He can't be my little nephew or nothing. My girl, hey, my girl Modesty said I done my grandma makeup and my aunt's hair as well as my cousin's hair when they passed. Y'all some strong folks. Only thing I ever did is took out my Versace shade when my homeboy Henry got shot, man. I took out my shades and put my shades on his face because I didn't want to see the bullet hole on the side of his face. So I put my shades. They were $310 too. Sitting there with my boy. This young man needs to be committed. Yes. What is indeterminate though? What is 5 years indeterminate though? Like Eldon is crazy as fuck. He is, lady. He is. Booby, the side piece. Listen, it's Juneteenth, man. I want y'all to get out and have a good time. Y'all know we got to work tomorrow. So don't get too out of control. Come join me tonight, 9:05. Y'all know how we kicked off last night. We're gonna have 4 topics for you to choose from as we do the internet. You know how we vibing. I had a good time. I took y'all over a little bit today. So HR couldn't stop because I took y'all over. But make sure y'all, before we go, right now, hit the like button to clock in to make sure you get accredited for your overtime hours. I'm gonna wait. For y'all. I'm gonna wait till y'all get right. Let me see. I actually enjoyed it. It was like my goodbye all by myself without the chaos of family around. Ooh, maybe you need to be a mortician. Good money, Good money, Hell no, that boy sick. He gonna kill again. Yeah. He finna be out in 3 years. Sheesh. Y'all, man, I really be having a great time with you guys. It's been amazing. Y'all don't know how big it is when y'all be coming and showing love and being interactive. You see, I stayed up all night. What y'all think about what my little graphics coming in? I'm still working. That was just 3. It took me all night to do 3. I've never did these before. I had to go look in some.
You know how it is sometimes.
that junk can just go out. My phone just went out. I told you I'm trying to get a new phone, y'all. I told y'all. But I just could not say I'm not going to do nothing today because my phone is tripping. Nah, I came and still about y'all this quality entertainment, and y'all was here rocking out with me. Tonight, come kick it with me. We're going to have 4 new topics. Last night, we might talk about Eddie tonight, but you got to come through after you get your plate. 9:05. Bring your drink. Bring your cookout food. Tap in with your boy Uno the one, Jenny hard-headed son. Good time like we had last night. And Uno does the internet. Me and Tay finna go work. So y'all might not see me interacting as much today on the internet because I'm finna get in. I'm finna get in here and do some work with Young Few. We got some work to do. We finna stack up and bring you these videos. Cause y'all know I'm finna be in Arizona for a while. So, you know, I gotta get all my ducks in a row before I go to Arizona. So hey, if y'all don't hear nothing I ever tell y'all in any of these podcasts, always know that I love y'all, man. Straight up. Hey, and go spin by Tay White page. Do that for me. Spin by Tay White page. We got brand new videos. Look at them. Tell me what you think. Put a heart or a poop or emoji and a thumbs down emoji if you ain't rocking with it. That's all I ask you to do. And follow my girl Modest Moments. Because tomorrow is her day. It's her day. Band count. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Central Standard Time 6, 7 Eastern Standard Time. So all that being said, I'll see you tonight. And sorry that my internet is acting a damn fool. But y'all let me know what other graphics y'all want to see. And until tomorrow morning, if I don't see you tonight, be ready to clock in. It's Friday. Payday. Have a good day.
Here this morning, police are looking for a
The
suspect
only detective agency capable of handling these grotesque and obscene cases. Look no further than the DaOnes Detective Agency, where evidence does not matter. We lock you up and figure it out later.
Hey, what's up?
DaOnes Detective Agency, with your captain, Uno the One.